What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer back with Massive Darkness, and we're going to be executing the town phase between the first mission and the second mission of our playthrough of our quests in a quest of crystal and lava. So, a couple things that I do want to note. Um, I believe in the first quest, I forgot a couple of things. The first thing that I forgot, the main thing that I forgot was to checking the levels of the equipment, because unlike um, regular mode where you play through and whatever equipment you get, and you can use, in story mode you can only use equipment up to the current level of the quest. So when we started out, for instance, we could only use level 1 equipment, and then we couldn't use anything level 2 until we flipped the level 2 token. So I'll definitely have to pay more attention to that going forward. I think for the most part I was using the right level of equipment, but I'm fairly certain that there was a time or two that I did not. So we got to remember that for the next thing, for the next quest. So what I've done, we're going to do the town phase. So what happens in the town phase is you take all the equipment from all of your heroes. They also have the equipment they had at the end of the quest. Okay. Then you draw two pieces of level 1 equipment per hero. And then you draw one piece of equipment for each hero based on their level. And their level is determined by the highest level of skill that they have. So we have one hero that had a level 2 skill, so that hero was 2, everybody else is 1. Also, what that's going to determine is that it's going to determine the quest level, what it starts out as. So when we start this next quest, that level, instead of starting out at 1, will actually start out at level 2. So when we go to Face the Heat, which is the next quest here, and that's the one we're going to be doing next, Face the Heat, we'll actually be starting it out on level 2 instead of level 1. So I've already drawn the equipment cards. I just did that off camera right before we started, and I'll show you what we have. I'll start with the level 1s first. Alright, so we have Health Potion, Dagger of Sure Strike, Dagger of Sure Strike. Come on, focus. That's my dog playing with a ball. Dagger of Sure Strike. Then we have a Scepter of Hate. Come on, focus. And next one, focus. Chainmail Armor. That'd be too close for it. Chainmail Armor. Shoot. Short Sword. Plate Armor. And another Short Sword. And another, a Javelin of Sure Strike instead of a Dagger of Sure Strike. Okay. So that's all of our equipment as far as the level 1 stuff that we drew. Next, we have the 4 pieces of loot, for one for each of the characters' levels. We have a lesser healing potion. We have another lesser healing potion. We have a wand of healing. And we have a hammer. One-handed hammer. So the way this works is now we go through each of these heroes, okay? And I've got Miriam sitting down here to begin with. But we go through each of the heroes, and basically what we do... Oh, I'm sorry. I drew too many. I drew too many cards. I don't know why I drew 8 cards. Should only be 4. I don't know why I thought there would be 8. There would be 8 total. I guess that's what I was thinking when I drew them. So I'm actually just going to keep 4 of these. So we'll keep the middle 4. That'll work. All right. So the 4 that we kept were the dagger, sure strike, scepter of hate, the short sword, and the javelin of sure strike. All right. So we have all these cards. Now, we can trade with each other once, okay, within the party. Well, we can do trade, but there's the separate actions for trading. So we can trade equipment for XP. Basically, we ditch a card from our inventory and we get half its XP rounded up. We can do that once. Or we can trade equipment for other equipment. Discard equipment from inventory to get 1 card from the town market, or discard 2 equipment cards from inventory to get 1 card from the town market, or discard 1 equipment card from your inventory to get 2 cards from the town market. As long as the combined level of the card discarded is equal to or greater than the combined level of the card required. So basically, we can discard up to 2 cards from our hand, from the inventory of the survivor, to get a card or 2 cards from the town market. Okay, you can't do 2 for 2, but you can do 1 for 2 or 2 for 1. So what I'm thinking, okay, is that I know since the highest level player survivor is level 2, I'm gonna try to basically keep all the level 2 equipment. Now this works out very nicely for Sarah, who we'll look at here in a minute, because this means that she gets to keep all of her king set. But I do also want to be cognizant of what I've got going forward, so that when I do flip the token, we get to that point and we'll have some good loot to equip at that point. So let's take a look at Miriam. I'll show you what's in our inventory first. So she has this cold iron armor. Right, that's first. That is 2 green, which is really nice. Gosh, I wish that would focus better. Hold on. Let me try something else here. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. This may work out better. Get over here. So she has in her inventory cold iron armor, 2 green, defense on a BAM, counts as in a cancel an attack BAM, or basically a diamond or a BAM cancels a diamond or a BAM on the attack. Okay, and it's 2 greens. That's a level 3. She has another level 3 composite bow. Attack BAM may reroll any number of defense dice 1 additional time, which is real nice. It's 3 yellow on that. She has a level 2 elven shield, 2 blue defense, a long sword, level 3 long sword, yellow and a red and a blue defense, and then a level 3 healing potion. Okay, so that's what she has in her inventory. What she has equipped currently is a level 2 plate armor, her shadow orb, Mage's Charm, and the Ring of Power. Okay, so again, remember level 3s she couldn't use. So if she kept, for instance, this Ring of Power, um, and when we start the next turn, the first first round in the next quest, she would not actually be able to use that. So she would be able to use that at some point, just not immediately. So we know we're starting at level 2. So for her, I believe definitely I'm going to start out with the plate armor. And I'm definitely going to start out with the Shadow Orb. Right? And the Mage's Charm. Because that's just free. That's just basically free damage and wounds, right? I believe... Oh, the other thing that I didn't mention is that you can't have more than 6 cards in your inventory. Now, I am... I am going to assume that by inventory they mean not only what you don't have equipped, but count equipped items as well. So if I kept, for instance, what she has now, that's 4 of the 6. All right. So the question then becomes, what else am I going to hold on to? For me, the question is, yeah, what else do I want to keep? Now, the Shadow Orb is 2-handed, so that is definitely going to limit me somewhat. But for her, as far as what she has in her inventory, I really like the cold armor. And whether she uses it or she trades it with somebody else at some point. But I really like the fact that it can cancel those symbols out, because that's going to be huge. So I think she'll definitely hold on to that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 pieces already. Now, her trade action, she could trade for some things. Of course, her Shadow Orb is 2-handed, so I can't really, trading for a weapon would be silly. But what I can do, is, I think I'm going to discard the composite bow for XP. Going to trade that for XP. So that will get her 2 XP, and that is full XP. Okay, that is not micro XP. So let me put these two. We'll just turn them like that. So we'll trade the composite bow out. All right, it goes away for micro XP. Excuse me, for full XP. So that would be 2. So that puts her up to 7. Okay. And as far as trading for other equipment, I think the other trade action, I think I'm going to get rid of this Elven Shield. I think I'm gonna just get rid of the shield, and I think I'm gonna trade it for one of the healing potions. So we'll take this healing potion in its place, just in case. I mean, once we get in there and we start getting other loot, we can definitely trade up. But if I do that, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do that because if I right now I've got 1, 2. If I keep the cold armor and the ring of power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means I can only have basically one other card that I have that I can keep. So if I probably would end up keeping this high level healing potion just in case. But you know, we'll see. But I'm gonna call her done. So that takes care of her. Alright. And then we'll do Ned next. Over here, see him. Drop that there. Okay, so what is the old Nedster got? Alright, so I'll show you his inventory. He has a level 3 fire bow. He has a level 1 axe and a level 3 ice mace. Now, if you will remember, we did take the mace and hammer skill, right? Which is this one right here. So he gets +1 yellow. Ooh, sorry, I can't hold it still. +1 yellow with his attacks. Okay. So we definitely want to hold on, I think, to the ice mace. Right. Plus, it gives us a chance to stun the enemy. I've got everything on him that's level 2 or 1. So that's already done. So I think, and that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4 items. He definitely wants to keep this. Okay. So then the question is there anything that we want to switch out? Now I could possibly switch out like his dwarven shield and use, like, say, the axe, or maybe trade in the axe for a short sword, or the dagger, just so it's one-handed, so I'd have two weapons there for him to do attacks with. He's gonna get, with the plate armor, he's gonna get a free shield when he defends, which will offset his shadow mode skill if he's in shadow, and that charm of protection will let him reroll his defense 1 time. So I think, oh no, that's not what I want to do with him. So here's a hammer right here. So I definitely want to try to get that. So here's what I'm going to do with him. It's going to be pretty simple, I think. I'm going to discard, I'm going to discard the level 1 axe. Okay. I'm going to discard that for XP. So that's going to give him 1. Oops, that'll put him up to 5. Okay. Then I'm going to trade this for equipment. And I'm going to turn in this fire bow to get this hammer. Okay. And that'll give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all of his equipment. So that way, at least to begin with, he'll be rolling 1 red and 3 yellow. Wow. To start with. Okay. So that is going to be Ned. Alright. Alright, so then let's go to Sarah. Skaboosh. Skabooshy. Alright, so Sarah, she has the king set equipped, which we're very familiar with. Set this up here. The king set equipped, which we're very familiar with. Then, as far as her extra inventory items, she has a level 3 light mace. Okay. And she has level 2 chain armor and javelin of sure strike, also level 2. Okay. Now she's not really a ranged character. That would be more Miriam or possibly Silences. So I'm not really worried about keeping those items, but we do need to do something possibly. I think the mace, I want to keep this mace not for her. Really, I want to keep this mace for Lil'ned to trade with eventually. Which leaves basically these 2 level 2 items left, right? So what I'm going to do with those, and it doesn't really matter which one I do it with, we'll take the javelin, turn it in for XP. That's my 1 trade action for that. That's going to give me 1 XP. Just put her to 2. And then I will turn in chainmail armor to trade to the town market, and that will give me a lesser healing potion, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so she's good there, and I believe that will be, yep, all we do with her. And finally, we have Silence. Silence has a whole stack of things, level 3s and 4s especially, so let's take a look at those. Alright, so Silence has plate armor, level 3, green and blue, +1 +1 shield. Level 3 dagger of sure strike. Level 3 spear of impalement. Level 3 dwarven shield. Level 2 meteor javelin. Level 3 chain armor. And level 4 composite bow. Now, if you're doing the math, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 items just in her inventory. So a lot of this is going to have to go. So I want to pick I think for her, and really for kind of the same thing for somebody else, this dwarven shield, well, this plate armor. Oops. This plate armor. Definitely want to hold on to it. Gosh. Sorry, guys. I wish I could learn the art of focusing. If it's set to autofocus, but maybe that's what I should do. Let me turn autofocus off. There we go. And then I'll fix that in a little bit. So I think she's going to keep the plate armor and the dwarven armor because we know we can use those later. Okay, and those will be usable relatively soon after we start the quest. All right. So I think it would make the most sense. It will make the most sense so then I can trade one. Alright, so I think for XP purposes, I'm going to get rid of the composite bow. That way she gets 2 XP for that. So that's going to put her up to 4. Okay. Sorry if that background's blurry, but this way you can actually see the cards I got in my hand. Then I could trade any of this for equipment. But honestly, well, I guess I could get rid of the Meteor Javelin to grab that last healing potion, just in case we need it. We'll do that. And that's still 7. Okay, so I'm gonna have to drop something at the beginning here. I'll probably end up dropping. Probably end up dropping. I guess I could go ahead and do it. So the other part is at the end of the town market phase, there's a list of things you do. But I know ahead of time they can't have more than 6 cards. And then one of the things is in case hero has only high level cards which not be usable, he may freely trade any of his cards for starting equipment. So I don't want to do that. But I know it can only have 6 cards. So one of these two is going to have to go. I'll probably just ditch the Sure Strike. Honestly. Yeah, probably ditch the Sure Strike. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that to the side so that that's taken care of. Alright, so that's cool. That's done. She's done. Alright, so that is... Oops, I switched them out. This was silenced, by the way. Alright, so they are done. Alright. So we'll just double checking them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on silence. So that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Sarah. She's only got level 2 equipped. Level 2 equipped only on Ned. He has 3 items, 3 items equipped. The Charm of Protection in his inventory and 2 more, so that's 6 total. And 1, 2, 3 equipped for Miriam, and she has 4, 5, 6. Oh, she's got to get rid of 2. Okay, so she's gonna keep the she's gonna keep the cold ice armor, and she's gonna keep the Ring of Power and the. You know what? I'm not gonna keep the healing potion. I'm gonna get rid of that. The long sword, just in case, because that is a level 3 long sword, so it's pretty good. So that is the town market phase. That's complete. So what we'll do is in the next episode we'll start our second quest, which is Face the Heat. Okay, now this quest is going to introduce a new set of tiles. Well, not really a new set of tiles if you watched the playthrough I did before I started the campaign. But these will be all fire tiles. And the deal with these tiles, we didn't have a lot of interaction with the crystal tiles in the last one, but the deal with these tiles is if you're in the lava tile at the end of your activation, you will take 1 point of damage, one wound, period. And of course, the monsters never take anything, so that's, always lovely. But that's where we'll start next time. And hope you're enjoying this playthrough. Hopefully I'm doing this right. If you saw me mess anything up for the town market phase, definitely let me know in the comments below. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hopefully I've earned your subscription. We just, just here to play games, have fun, let you guys into the world of gaming that I really do enjoy. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.